Hi all, and welcome to the video. In this one, it's Let's Build a Toons Series 7, number 25. Well, this episode is not going to involve any quests. No, today is a very simple day. We are doing the dailies. Yes, we are. And the first daily I'm going to try and do is a Doja daily. Ooh, surprise, surprise. Yes, didn't play at all yesterday. I had a massive bout of nostalgia, especially with all these Half-Life Alyx videos circulating, etc. I thought, I'll go back and play Half-Life. I have played that game God knows how many times, and decided, you know what, I'm going to replay it. I am just going to scratch that itch. Yes, I am. So I went back and replayed all of the Half-Life 2 with the blue gravity gun, and then played through the others the same way, with the console, obviously. Although I had to get rid of the blue gravity gun now and again, because it does tend to break occasionally if you use it constantly. There's certain things like the sticky bombs that shock can break scripted sequences if you try and grab them with the blue gravity gun, things like that. But yeah, no biggie. Yeah, and I replayed the whole thing. I've almost finished episode 2, and we never did get episode 3, did we? And we never got Half-Life 3 for that matter. So, yeah, although it's looking like, and I don't want to spoil this for people, so spoiler alert. If you watch any of the VR playthroughs, and the footage from VR is usually horrible. It's either the left eye or the right eye, and it just feels off center, etc. But actually, the VR footage from the Valve Index is stunning. It's centered, and it seems like it's being smoothed in some way, because you don't get this sort of shaky cam effect that you get when people are playing in VR. Anyway, when you get to the end of the story, which is just epic, by the way, it's a really good classic Half-Life type story. Where, well, with Half-Life, you always felt like things were happening, and regardless of you being there or not, they were always going to happen. Not that the game runs on rails, but more that this event is going to unfold, and your effect on it is entirely based on, you know, your decision to get involved. But of course, that's the game, isn't it? But when you get to the end of the game, somehow Alyx is swapped out, if you will. Like the good doctor, the good scientist, dies at the end of Half-Life Episode 2. So I did warn you about spoilers, so don't whinge in the comments. I even put a spoiler banner up. So yeah, he dies at the end of Episode 2, and the whole of the Alyx story is a deal she seems to be making with G-Man to keep her father alive. And at the end of Alyx, you're transported to that room with that scene, but you turn into Gordon Freeman. You suddenly become Gordon. Everyone starts referring to you. Oh, it's a brimstone, it's the wrong type. They don't drop them. Oh well, we'll deal with it anyway. So yeah, that looks like the next Half-Life, like Half-Life 3, will actually be available, but it'll be a VR game. It's kind of weird, but also kind of cool, because, yeah, why not? I'm sort of intrigued to give it a bit of a go, if you want the truth. I think, you know, that really sounds like a really good game. The trouble is, to enjoy it to its full, the way the controllers work, etc., you're probably going to want a Valve Index to play it properly. Yeah. Demon of Shadow. The classic soldier pull. Just shoot it with full auto and hope for the best. Yes, works like a charm every time, doesn't it? He said, knowing full well, no, it doesn't. Well, according to a lot of people, Demons of Shadow drop these doges a lot quicker than Somphos, but every time I come, I see no evidence of that. None whatsoever. Nope. What is that? 1, 2... Well, the brimstone doesn't count, but I think... I think we just killed about, I don't know, half a dozen? Don't want brimstones, want Demon of Shadows. Isn't there usually like a cluster of them over this side? Ah, there we go. Demon of Shadow. I mean, I'm not saying they don't drop the doja. I'm just saying maybe they don't drop it as often as some people claim they do. The amount of people that go, no, you need to kill demons. I get it first or second kill every time. And I'm like, do you really though? Do you? Are you just, you know, being a bit of a cheerleader for one particular mob there, really? Is that not really the thing? Because, you know, how many did we kill? 3 or 4? Somewhere around there, isn't it? I mean, they're no problem to kill. They're really not. But, you know, that's another empty one. Ooh, Scalding Weavers are now grey. That's kind of cool, actually, isn't it? You know. Means we're making progress. Yes, it does. That's rather exciting, almost. Except, you know, not really. So how the hell is everybody? Normally people comment on the videos with things like, you know, you missed this thing, or you should try that thing, or I remember doing this quest, or something. Oh, we have a party. But how is everyone anyway? You know, are you okay? Are you well? Are you safe? Do you have what you need? Do let me know, because I do care, actually. And my son pointed something out to me. I kind of virtually ignored it completely, but it looks like the channel is coming up on 3,000 subscribers, which is a bit of a shock. But he's right, yeah. We're less than 20 subscribers away from 3K, which is kind of astounding, given the fact that I originally made this channel just as something to do when I was bored once, and you know, other than the 2 videos I created to begin with, which weren't on YouTube, they were on a platform called Google Video. I didn't really know what YouTube was when it started, and I was using Google Video, because I thought, well, Google's a big company, that's a safe place to put videos, and there were videos of Storm doing big raids and stuff. The idea, and we had them on our forums as a sort of a banner page, if you like. Oh, I've got a fan club now. And yeah, the YouTube, I made an account there just so I could, you know, comment and interact on YouTube once YouTube started to get going. But then, of course, another thing happened, which was, okay, I've moved videos across because I've already got the account. Then I made a video about an amp I have, which is a Mesa Boogie, and that got a lot of views, and YouTube directly contacted me via email and said, do you want to join the partner program? So I was like, really? Okay, thinking, well, what does that mean? And they said, well, you could earn money. And I thought, I like the sound of that. And then, you know, said you just need to create an AdSense account, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, well, okay. And then umpteen years, however many years it was later, I made a few more videos, but they were all about the band and fun I had going off-roading and things like that. They were just completely random videos, which is what YouTube used to be originally. They were just totally random. Anyway, then I wanted more recent videos of Storm, etc. And I thought, well, I'll have a practice run. And people kept asking about the new startup area, a REIT, and nobody knew anything in there, but I did because I'd been in the beta. So I learned the whole thing for myself. And if you learn something for yourself, it's generally a lot easier to explain it to somebody else because you do completely understand it. It's not a case of you've been shown by one person, so you will show it the same way. Because I learned it, it was easy to explain to everyone else. There was, at launch, the first thing we had was that you couldn't use beacons or grid nanos until you'd completed some silly-ass grid quests. Now, because we lost the ability to select where you started, like Rubicar or Shadowlands, and everyone was forced into the new area, people making new characters, quite often they just wanted to make a quick Froob character to use as a mule to store all their stuff. Wanted to get, oh, there we go, eventually. I don't think that was any different whatsoever to killing off Somphos. I really don't. I'm sorry. I know some people absolutely swear blind that that's the case, but I don't think it is at all. I really don't. Anyway, let's get out of here. What was I saying? I have completely lost my thread. Well, there's a shame, isn't it? Right, so we want to go hand this in. There's no, unfortunately, there is no Arbiter this week. So, yeah, okay, it's a little bit of a problem, but it's not the end of the world. Just means there's one less daily to hand in, but you do get more on that daily than you do on a lot of others, actually. In XP, you do get, I think, a chunk more for doing freelancers. Complete 3 dailies offers more XP than most other dailies do. I think that's correct. I shall have to go back and review all my videos. So what was I saying? Oh, yes, the YouTube thing. I can't reload because my inventory is full. Looking full. Now I've got a hacking device. Oh, yes, we've got that daily today. Yeah, so I put that up. It was quite popular. And then there was another YouTuber called Shop Tony. Well, more importantly than being a YouTuber, he was an other... Which ones did I just put on? Were they the Superior Sentinel? Yeah, there we go. Who was making AO videos, and I'd made a trailer for him because I knew a little bit about video editing from messing around making my own videos. And he saw that the video I made about getting out of a REIT quickly had done quite well, and he said, dude, he said, they're really, really good, your videos, make more. So I was like, you think? And he was like, no, seriously, it's really good, make some more. So I was like, oh, okay. And literally that was how it began. I went, okay, we do that then. And I just started making more. And then before I knew where I was, I had 500 subscribers. And I'd created a huge stack of videos, most of them quite short, just explaining easy ways to complete certain daily missions that people quite often would be struggling with. Oh, let's check on Stella. Oh, yep, plus 10's there. And let's inform everybody. Let's, well, quite a few more people. And back to Storm Chat. How long's left on that? 2 hours. Need to remember that. It's such a useful buff. It really is. I didn't do anything. I just noticed. I just have the habit of checking. Yeah, so that's when we did the first Let's Build a Toon video. I decided Let's Plays are kind of like very formulaic. A lot of them, to me, a lot of Let's Plays don't feel genuine at all. Or you're purely watching people play a game because You have the nicest way of talking in your vids. Love it. I'm Welsh. We're very polite. But thank you. I still haven't gotten used to this keyboard. I am so used to an ergo keyboard. I have to be sat a certain way to use this now. I've done it to myself, haven't I? But the keyboard itself is just so much better to use, and so much more comfortable and responsive. Oh, playing Half-Life with it's been amazing. Because the last mechanical keyboard I had was like an IBM thing, and it had a huge... It was like a 5-pin plug. It was like what we used to call a DIN plug in audio. 5-pin DIN. Huge thing, like an XLR cable on a real microphone. So yeah, you know, that was pretty epic. Anyway, yes. So that was the last mechanical keyboard I had until a very kind friend of mine donated one to me. Said, "Look, dude, I've bought myself a new keyboard. You can have this one and a bunch of other stuff. Let's take the quick way and see whether or not we crash. We may do. We may not do. I really don't know. Usually crash in this area, but zoning from one to the other. Let's see now. No, seems a little more stable of late. I'm not sure why that is. That just seems completely random to me. I really don't know. Anyway, yes, here we are. Much closer. Let's switch over to the wonderful Savix map. Yes, indeed, and jump in our aircraft of choice and see what the situation is when we get to the prisoner. Okay, here we are. Now, actually, while I've been flying, confession time here, I went off and made a cup of tea. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, the YouTube journey. So, yeah, and we did one Let's Build, and then another one, and another one, and here we are. Oh, looks like activity. Want to join your team? Indeed I do. We will own this prisoner with you. Depends on the NT, of course. Although, I would have thought... Not sure what the NT's casting there. It's taking a long time. Okay, we've got some really weird graphics here. Who's Sidus? t00n NT should massively outdamage me then. Because he'll have Garrux by now. Yes, he will. Maybe I've just got a bug that he's not using doubles and such. Dot line A. But no danger here. And he's almost done. There we go. I did use Garrux in the end. Right, it's time to head back. Yeah, so that's really how it all started, the Let's Build, because what was I saying? Oh yes, a lot of the Let's Players, they don't feel very genuine to me. I don't know why. I feel almost as though they initially they really enjoyed what they were doing, and now they don't, but they make money at it, so they've got to carry on doing it or find another job, and it's not that hard of a job, so to speak. I don't know. I just, you just get a vibe from some people that maybe they're trying too hard. I don't know. You never really know what's going on inside somebody else's skull. I mean, if you know what's going on inside your own skull, you're pretty bloody lucky. And most people will say, well, of course I know what's going on in my own skull. And it's like, well, do you though? I love this place when the sun is shining on it with the newer engine. It does look good. You get all these god rays, etc. I do like it. Let's go and spoil it all by entering a ship and planting le bombe. Yes, we're planting a bomb. Okay, it's always in the same place. It's very repetitive, this mission. Very, very repetitive. Not sure how many are going to follow me all the way. Some will have already given up. My hands were mispositioned there. Yes, they were. Seem to be doing pretty good. Yes, we do. Now, I make videos about Anarchy Online because people keep asking me to. And things happen in the game and it's interesting and I enjoy it. I still do. There is no other game quite like it. It's almost a sandbox of a game. A lot of people go, well, I played Anarchy Online. It didn't seem that complicated to me. And no, it's not. I mean, in the same way a Rubik's Cube isn't complicated. You know, it's not really. It's a child's toy, you know. But it's fun to do. But, you know, twinking into gear and all of that and balancing, etc., etc. And then applying that in another game, it's, you know, it's just one fun game wrapped up in another. It's very difficult to express, you know, just what the deal is with it, really. It's, yeah, it's just one of those magical sort of games. And nothing has ever come close to it. I tried, what was it, Star Wars Galaxies, when that came out. When was that, like 2004, maybe a little earlier? But I can remember everyone saying, oh, you know, this will be the AO killer. And I thought, really? Well, I'll give it a go. I do love my Star Wars. Got to remember, back when that released, there were only 3 movies. I think. Was there 3? No, there was the Phantom Menace has come out, but everyone hated that, so it didn't matter. But none of the Star Wars Galaxies was based anything to do with that, so thankfully, yeah. See what I mean about the God Rays bit? Yeah. People, it looks exactly the same. It bloody doesn't, and I've proved it with video side by side. It doesn't look the same at all. Its lighting is different. Yes, the textures haven't changed, but the lighting certainly has. Okay, so that's another one down, and the last one involves going and getting yourself flagged. So let's go slightly more defensive and go to Omnitrade. Thankfully, Omnitrade is not one of those places that crashes a lot. Otherwise, everyone would never come here for the mission. Right, go burgle a basic store. You would think with me having an Omni character over 100, I would bloody well know where the stores are by now. And having had an Omni Mule toon who exists purely to buy med suits originally. That's all it was for. Where's the... I know they're further out, but I can never remember. It's not this way. How is it I can never bloody remember where the stores are in this place? It's down this. Is it down this side? Advanced. Well, there's the advanced anyway. Ooh, there we go. What was that? Oh, yes, the thing. And one more. Which isn't down here. It always kind of bugs me, that. Why can't it be organised like old Athens? It's supposed to be this great corporate, you know, of doom that think they own everything. And yeah, they can't organise the layout of shopping. They can't get shopping right. You know, you go to Old Athen, all the shops in a neat line facing each other. Highest to lowest, etc. Where are you? You're over here. I always thought that was weird, you know, just in a roleplay sort of way. Burst of speed 200. Well, I don't need the hacker tool anymore. There we go. Okay, GTFO. Get rid of this flag. We do not want the flag. I don't understand why you would get flagged just for attacking a machine, not a human NPC of, you know, some description or another. It's always struck me as a little weird. ICC. Longest zone ever when you flag this. It's not. It just kind of feels like one. You know, it's that kind of. Oh, emergency exit. Will you just F off out of my life forever and go put it somewhere bloody else. Put it up against the wall, not in between your organisation HQ and bases and places like Borealis where you get missions from, and ICC where there's the hub, and this is the central bloody hub of the game inside the grid. And what do you do? What do? You stick the bloody emergency exit right bang in the middle. That's like digging a 50-foot hole on a pigging motorway. Anyway. Don't get shot at by someone. Probably. Don't know. Don't really care at this point. Just AMS and hand in. Mission complete. Flag is gone. I've run in here before now and literally had someone running in shooting at me on a soldier as well, so I just threw up AMS. And they were stood in here trying to shoot at me, and I handed in the mission. Of course, that completes the mission. No, I've not been back to the warden yet. Completes the mission, and I'm no longer flagged. And they're stood there. You can see them like trying to execute some sort of action over and over and over, and I'm like, trying to shoot me, aren't you? You're trying to perk me or whatever it is you're trying to do. Oh, look at that for a award. A burst of speed stim. One burst of speed. One. Only the one, mind you. Not a stack of 25. Simply one of the bloody things. That's somebody's having a joke somewhere with that. They really are. And I, for one, I'm kind of annoyed. Yes, I am. Right. Hand in this thing. The only other thing I want to do today is just see what other daily I might get from the Job people. Another dead prisoner. I'll take the green. Goodbye. And don't need her. But it is a daily, and it does give you a lot of XP. That fixer has been stood there for a very long time. Or has been logged in there for a very long time doing the same thing. That is, standing. Yes, now we've gone past 212. The climb to 220 feels a little slower on that XP bar. But the truth is, it's really not. It's more or less exactly the same. It's just that it tends to feel worse because the bar is taking more and more XP to fill, and you're not really gaining masses more. So anyway, yes, Job. We're going to the Job. Now, I do have the distinct feeling that it's 2:15 to get the Lord of the Void daily, which a lot of people do. And also, Lord of the Void can drop some bloody nice stuff, like quality 200 quality 300 rings, rather. So, you know, you get 25 on an intelligence ring, things like that. It's pretty nice. I'm here for an elite assignment. What's he got? Catacombs or Al-Atha. Ah, okay. But no Lord of the Void yet. Okay, well, interesting. I'm not about to do them now. I may come back and do that on another episode, though. That might be pretty interesting. I don't know. Yeah, we can jump that far. It's kind of nuts, isn't it? Yeah, so I completely lost my thread, but I'm quite famous for doing that because I'm waffling is what I'm doing. I am waffling. I don't want to go into any... I've kind of covered most of the Inferno quests that I can manage solo and use to make a video. In fact, the last step of the quest that gave me... Oh god, where's my ring? Did I put it? Yes, I did put it in here. That one is such an amazing ring to have. It really is. You can see there, Psychic, Intelligence, Sense, and Agility. Level from 205 too. But it is no drop unique. Two of them would be even nicer, but no. Comes in very useful once you're trying to move your abilities around a little. You can see there, ours is still... 215 is going to be the earliest I attempt beaters on this character. Because they're solitars. It's slightly easier, believe it or not, to get a few alphas in, not alphas, beaters in. On Opifex, it just is. Right, okay, well, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, leave it there, and I will just say, bye for now.